Welcome guys to my 7 grand a month Cristiano Ronaldo villa in Bali. I'm not saying you need a Bali villa right now to grow your brand, but I'm just going to show you how I turn this space into a content creation machine that converts views into clients. In the last 3 months, I've added 30k subscribers. I've gained over like 150, 200,000 Instagram followers. I've locked in high ticket clients, scaled my business, all without a fancy studio or chasing viral trends. Shooting things that I like, making the most out of my fucking experience. Most people think you need a $5,000 setup, LED lights, and editor on fucking standby just to start, but that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. I'll talk to you about my life right now, guys. What it's like now in this $7,000 a month villa, but I also talk to you about my time in Atlanta when I actually changed my life and what I was doing back then. So you see both sides of the coin. What you really need, system setup that works for you. Let me show you mine. This is my content studio, and yes, it's outside. I shoot most of my content right here. Why? Because Bali's natural light is unmatched. It's warm, raw, real, makes the whole vibe feel alive. A lot of creators setting up in front of neon signs, ring lights, RGB LEDs. It looks sick, don't get me wrong, but I chose something different. I chose my style. Now I want you to think about what's your style, guys. What do you want to get going? There's something about this kind of experience. It brings out texture, color, certain vibe that just hits different. It makes my content feel more grounded, more me. That raw, real, and energizing vibe, that's exactly what my brand is built on. In all of my content that I make, I try and make it entertaining, but I try and make it me. I've got a brand identity and I supplement that with the vibe, with the colors, and with the music. Now, gear-wise, I keep it simple. So my camera, I'm using a Panasonic Lumix S5 right now. This shot currently is on a 20-60mm lens. I've got a 50mm lens and I've got an 85mm lens. Apart from that, I've got an ND filter on here, which is like the sunglasses for this. Which, guys, by the way, if you actually want detailed information on my camera setup and how I actually create my content, there's a link in the description to a form that you can fill out to apply to join my inner community, which I detail and I give instructions on how you can create your own content and everything you need, okay? When it comes to the mic, I use various mics. I've got a DJI Mini, I've got a Rode mic on the camera, but right now I'm using a Shure MV7 mic. I just like the condensed sound that it kind of gives. Audio is non-negotiable. People can watch a blurry video, but if your audio sucks, they're gone in 3 seconds. So you gotta make sure you take care. Don't use the fucking camera mic, guys. Get an additional mic. Tripod, obviously got a tripod, and some additional things that I like to use sometimes. And that's pretty much it. It's short, sharp, and sweet and simple. No gimbal needed, none of that other bullshit. Guys, the raw essentials. Get a camera, get your nice lens, ND filter, and a mic, and you're good. And that's lesson number 1. You can use minimal equipment if you learn to leverage your environment. I filmed probably my first 100 videos on an iPhone. I got to 100k followers on Instagram on an iPhone 12 mini. That's the truth. 100k with an iPhone 12 mini, guys. What got me clients wasn't the setup. It was the message, the consistency, the clarity, the personality, the character I portrayed online, and the personality traits people could relate to. Content strategy. So how do I keep coming up with content? Simple. I don't overcomplicate shit. I keep it fucking simple. To plan my content, guys, I just ran a webinar on my school community. I just ran a webinar giving instructions on how to create content, and someone in there asked a very valuable question. How do you plan? How do you organize to shoot content? Actually, most of the time I don't fucking plan. I just fucking I'm a run and gun. I'm a run and gun type of dude. Get the camera and I shoot. I go to the gym, take the camera, film shots. I'm riding a bike, take some shots. I'm at the beach, take some shots. I just build up a vast library. I color grade it, I process it, and then I use all of that as B-roll. Like right now, I just sit in front of the camera and I yap. And then afterwards, I pull B-roll. I'll pull B-roll where it makes sense. You don't need to overcomplicate it, because here's the thing, at the end of the day, saying you're gonna do something isn't doing it. Right? Planning to do something isn't doing it. Telling someone you're going to do something isn't doing it. The only thing doing it is fucking doing it. Take action. I'm the type of guy that I'd rather take action than plan 100% and risk procrastination and delaying the outcome. You only need to know about 20% of something to start. You only need to know 20% of something to start, and then you fucking learn as you go. And that's exactly how you should do it as well. Ideal content pillars. I've got lifestyle, fitness, and I've got brand. And when it comes to short form content, it's about virality, identity, and business. Those are the content pillars. If you can fill your content pillars, you can determine how you fall on each fucking pillar. You can do the same thing as well. And sometimes ideation is a complicated process, but the best thing that you can do in terms of ideation is just become an observer, not a consumer, right? When you watch movies, observe. When you watch Instagram, TikTok Reels, observe. When you watch YouTube videos, observe. When you go around in your environment during your daily life, observe, observe, observe. Don't fucking consume. When you watch a movie, don't just sit there, look. All right, that's a fucking interesting shot. What's the color scheme here? Look at the fucking split tone. Fuck, that's a mad idea. I do it all the time. If you look at my last vlog on my fucking YouTube channel, the last one, which is like 24-year-old entrepreneur in Bali or whatever, the introduction was inspired by the movie Hustle and Flow. And if you watch that movie, you'll see exactly what I'm doing. So be an observer, don't be a consumer. Observe everything from an artist's perspective, not just a casual audience. Appreciate it, understand it, and then replicate it. I don't force ideas, guys. I just kind of tune in. I build from conversations, not content calendars. I talk. Maybe I'm in a conversation with my boys and he says something and I'm like, fucking sick idea, that one. There we go. That's the next YouTube video. A lot of those come from conversations. I just talk with the boys. Maybe someone asks me a question and I give a response and I think, okay, that's a question that maybe a lot of people have. So let's turn that into a YouTube video. Get down, sit in front of the camera, yap, go back, process, pull B-roll, done. Bob's your uncle. Easy as that. No stress, no dramas, no overcomplicated planning, organization, run and gun. You don't need a big strategy. You just need to be present, consistent, and take action. Show up for real. People are gonna find you. People gonna find you. Don't ever blame the algorithm as well. If your ideas don't work, it's not like, oh, the algorithm's unfair, it's not pushing me. No. If something doesn't work, the simple fact is you just treat the algorithm like a person. If the algorithm didn't push it, it just means that people didn't like you. Try again. No harm in that. Try again and again and again and again. Eventually, it's gonna fucking work. All right, this is where I get most of my shit done, right? So over here, I'll take my phone calls, I'll take my meetings, I'll do my Zoom calls, I'll do my webinars, my masterclasses. I like to do these in big open spaces. I don't like to cramp myself in an office or in my bedroom. I like to be in an open space with plenty of natural light to keep myself energized, productive. I also like to separate my work zone from my like resting zone. So I'll never do work in the bedroom, because when I go to do work in the bedroom, if I get used to doing work on the bed or scrolling my phone on the bed, well then every time I go to bed, like subconsciously it's not sleep time, right? When I go to bed, when I go to my room, I shut the door, it's like automatically everything's to sleep. I go onto my bed, onto my mattress. There's no inclination to open up the laptop. But then I have my work zone. When I sit down, that's literally my fucking office. I sit down, I'm locked in straight away. If you can separate and categorize, well then you just make shit a lot easier. It's gonna smooth a lot way better. And your day is gonna be much better flowing. Things I like to have around me, obviously I always love to have a bottle of water. I like to stay very hydrated. I prefer to do my work fasted. I'm the type of like eat the frog type of guy. So what I'll do is I'll wake up straight away and I'll get straight to work. And here's an interesting story. Yes, right now I'm in a $7,000 a month villa. I've got thousands of dollars of equipment, right? And I've got all these fucking things helping me. But there was a point in time, less than a year ago, where I was in Atlanta in a shitty room, fucking crap room. I was renting a room in a family house. Yeah, that was me, renting a room in a house in Atlanta. And you know what I did? Literally, this was my process. I woke up every day at fucking 4 a.m. Every day at 4 a.m. without fail. And I would open the laptop, I'll go to YouTube, I'll surf YouTube, surf a podcast, I'll try finding a winning idea, I'll find 3, 4, I'll script, film, edit, and post, all by 9 a.m. and then I'll go to university. I did that for months on end. That's how I built my school community. So if you go to my school community, like if you're in it or you're about to join and you go to the first, like, I don't know, like 60% of the school community, you'll see that's all in this one room or it's all in my backyard. And that was my time in Atlanta. I fucking script, film, edit, and post all by 9 a.m. Then I go to university and I do my biochemistry, my genetics class. I was that eat the frog kind of guy, and that's how I got the mentality of waking up, going straight to work. And then afterwards, then I eat, then I gym. Take care of business first, and then do whatever else is necessary. So that's a non-negotiable. Wake up and perform. This isn't about having the most aesthetic setup, guys. Oh yes, I've got that 7K villa. which by the way, like I didn't buy this, I'm renting. And I think there are advantages to renting, especially at this point in my life. I'm not tied down by any liabilities. I can move around pretty freely, right? I'm actually quite new to this villa. I was in Canggu, but now I'm in Uluwatu. You know, in a month and a half, I'm going to Turkey, then I'll be in Portugal. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying my life, filming content, scaling my business, building my brand. But you don't need to have an aesthetic setup, guys. You can start rough, rugged, and raw, just like I did in Atlanta. For client calls, I don't do anything fancy, you know. I do make sure that the light's solid, sounds clean, background isn't messy, because if someone's paying me, they deserve that level of respect. If you want to charge premium, guys, you want to charge a high-ticket online offer, you've got to show up like you're worth premium. That starts with how you present. Now let's talk about lifestyle. This pool, the view, it's not just for Instagram. This is where I think reflect, breathe, recharge. Because like I don't have an office, I don't have a 9 to 5, I don't go to a work site. This is my home, this is my retreat, this is my holiday, this is also my workspace in my office, which is why I invest in it, because it does have a fairly large ROI when it comes to my lifestyle. I could save thousands of dollars and just rent like a small little fucking, I don't know, whatever. But then I just know that I wouldn't be as compelled to get the work done. Over here, I can wake up on 2 hours of sleep, no fucking worries, because I will come outside, I got the palm trees in the pool. Like I said, this is where I think, recharge and breathe. My best ideas, they don't come when I'm typing, they show up when I'm out here in the sun, on a run, clearing my head, chilling in the pool, listening to music, reading a book down here on the grass. That's when the ideas come. So you need to be in an environment that you love. You need to be at home, you need to be in the zone. That's so important, your environment is everything. That's why I say, in my school community, I've got a classroom called the character creation, character customization. You want to create a character, but the environment is also very important. If you're going to be a pirate, you go be a pirate in the Caribbean. You're not going to be a pirate in Siberia, okay? Make it make sense. Create the character and have the right environment. Make it make sense. I didn't start here. I built this lifestyle. I was working in construction. I worked for the Australian government, got fired after 2 weeks. I worked late nights in a Turkish restaurant making kebabs and doing deliveries. 30-hour shifts sometimes with the construction. Fucking insane. Broke. Burnt out. The villa came after all the systems I implemented and the years of hard work and the vision and the goal. Not before. And that's what I want people to see, the evolution. Because people don't just buy coaching, they buy belief, leadership, energy. If you're gonna sell transformation, your life better show that you've lived it. The proof is in the pudding, my friend. Content isn't just marketing, it's leverage, okay? I used to chase leads all day, cold DMs, awkward sales calls. Now, my content filters my leads for me. You have to build correct backend systems. That's how it works. By the time someone gets on a call, they already know what I'm about. They know the identity. They know everything. One short video can outwork 100 sales calls if it's the right message. So, to the right person at the right time, that's how it needs to be. Here's how I think about it. Be clear, be real, and be consistent. Most people chase views. I chase the right ones. It's important that when you create your content, because anybody can go viral for running around naked with a fucking, I don't know, headless. You can go viral for anything, really. You can do some dumb shit. But it needs to fit the fucking identity. It needs to fit the brand. Otherwise, when you want to fucking do something off the back of the brand, if your audience are all 12-year-olds, well, I mean, you can sell a lollipop and that's about it. Every post I make is meant to attract my people and quietly repel the other ones. I recently put out a fucking video. I had a Cristiano Ronaldo quote, and I just gave off this vibe that I was very like confident, vain kind of person. And, but I wanted to attract those kind of people, right? I want CR7 fans, not Messi fans. I'm joking. Love Messi too, but Ronaldo's the best. Right, so I put content out that attracts my people, the people that I would want to fuck with, people that I want to vibe and be friends with. I attract those people because whatever I do, they'll support that, and that's just how it works with content. That's how you build a brand that sells. I don't care if 100,000 random people skip my video. If 100 ideal clients watch the whole thing, that's a win. That's a winning idea right there. So guys, if you are interested in learning personal brand content creation, there's a form down below to fill out to apply for my personal inner circle. Give that a shot if you're ready. Okay, with that being said, thanks for touring my space. If you got value from this, drop a like and a subscribe. You don't need fancy, you need focus. And I'll show you how to build it. Stay sharp, stay handsome, I'll catch you later.